I keep having a dream about the ocean, that something isn't right, that it's swallowing me whole and I'm helpless against it. I'm Linley and I grew up on Gunditjmara country. I've been living on Yaraan country for over a decade. My life has always been influenced by the flow of the ocean. I have a strong connection to Gunditjmara, the southern right whale. As a surfer, I also have a duty to protect it. But this dream keeps coming back and I can't ignore it. The ocean is my second home and I don't know why it keeps coming to me in such a dark vision. I'm setting off down the Great Ocean Road with two friends, Belinda and Lilly, to talk with other locals and of course, we all want to get waves. It's vital for me to discover why I keep having this nightmare and take this journey to talk to communities and hear from whale dreamer and true local, Yaraan. Growing up, my dad would tell me a story of my own connection to the southern right whale. While surfing, he was visited by a southern right whale and her newborn calf. He knew in that moment that this would be a sign for how his soon-to-be daughter would grow up. This story is about connection, how we're connected to more than just ourselves, that we're all connected with community, with the ocean and the land. My life would be shaped by stories like my connection to the whale, by meeting others who carry the whale dreaming, and working together to live a life caring for the places I love and passing down the same knowledge to community and the next generation.
My name is Yaraan Bundle and I belong to Gunditjmara, Yuan nations, and I'm a whale dreamer and cultural knowledge holder for Gunditjmara whale dreaming story, Kuntrabul Yakanich. The message of the whale story is something very, very significant, and it should be held in high regard to what that vibrational story sharing really represents and the dreaming that it honours. The message and the gift of what Kuntrabul and sea country shares with us is unconditional, purposeful love, very, very powerful. What this love means when we truly honour and respect who we are, where we belong, and other people's story, song or connection, we kurundi. Kurundi is to behave properly in nature. Nyut turwong Kuntrabul Kalpunich. The healing smoke of our sacred signal fire and the bones of our ancestral sea country kin, our family, we remember. We remember and we honour them, we sing up country, we dance up country, and we carry that forward into the future. The message of that has a place of belonging for everybody, every human that has a heartbeat. Tum tumpa.
I'm starting to see why this nightmare is coming to me. I want to talk to more coastal dwellers and hear their stories.
Get there in the morning, my head's spinning round. Life's been so busy, my feet drag on the ground. I chat with the girls, get the news of the day. I walk to the ocean's edge, my attention starts to fray. Let's swim, girls, let's swim. Let's swim, girls, let's swim.
Our swimming group is a diverse group of women and men. We started about 18, 20 years ago. We meet at the car park at 9 o'clock every morning, hail, rain or shine. So we get into the ocean together, we do our swim, and we don't all get out together. There's some of us maybe slower or go further, but we do make sure that everyone is out of the water. And then one of the nicest things we always do is have a coffee on the grass. We probably wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for our swimming. We've developed some amazing friendships. Swimming is probably my physical and mental well-being. It's a bit of a must in my daily activity because it makes me feel so energised and alive. But it's also, I think, extremely good for stress. We've had some amazing experiences. A couple of years ago we had a dolphin come, and this dolphin came back on 2 different occasions, and he'd swim with us for about 100 metres, and then we'd stop and we'd all be in the circle with this dolphin, and I named him Doug the dolphin. And he'd just sort of bop up and down with us in this small circle. It was absolutely surreal and amazing. One of the main things I've noticed over the last 20 odd years is the erosion of our beaches and sand dunes. And we've even had path built along the front beach and then partly washed away because of storms. That's really sad to see that. The other thing I've probably noticed, because I have been swimming for so long, is that there has been a change in the temperature of our seawater. It certainly doesn't get as cold. I mean, you used to get the head freeze and the cold teeth, and when we swam midwinter years ago, but we don't seem to get that anymore. I'm worried about our beaches, our beautiful coastline, which seems to be disappearing, basically. My hopes for the future is that we can continue to enjoy this beautiful ocean, and also that generations to come can enjoy the ocean like we have.
Come on, girls, let's swim.
It was great meeting Michelle, and we share the same love for the ocean. We keep moving in search of more waves, and we want to know if other communities have noticed similar things happening.
Stared at the sky 10 days straight, but I saw was blue. Stared at the sky 10 days straight, and the birds they flew. Time fell, and the moonlight too. The fire burned, what lesson was learned, I'm not sure I knew. I stayed at the sea 10 days straight, but I saw was blue. I stayed at the sea 10 days straight, and the swelling
as I lean into the sky. Good spirits fill my insides. Wild wind in my hair, fresh, salty, clean air.
The southern right whale will travel past here on her way to find protected headlands and bays to give birth to young.
As I close my eyes in rapture, in a heart I can capture this moment in time. I'll keep it in my mind as a thought to fall back on.
The ocean's a huge part of our lives. We wake up and we're right here, so we hear the ocean. We look out the window every morning and we see the ocean, and we see what the swell's doing, we see what the wind's doing. We smell the ocean. So it permeates like every aspect of our lives. Through all the sports that I've done and all the things that I've tried, like surfing's been that one thing that I've always done. It's not like a sport where you're just defined by your physical ability or age. A lot of it's about style and it's your presence in the water too. 7 years ago, I was approached to be the president of the board riders. We hold surfing competitions that are probably the biggest event for the whole community. And we all get together and everyone stands up on the point and cheers everyone on through the lineup. It's a really, really inclusive and really fun weekend where, everyone of all age groups mingles. What happens in Port Campbell is a lot of people, they grow up here and then they go away and they study and travel, and eventually everyone kind of just filters back home again. And I hope that keeps happening. I hope people keep going away and travelling and growing their knowledge and seeing other parts of the world, and then realise how lucky we are to live somewhere so beautiful. Because I think when you love something and you love it for its beauty, you have an obligation to care for it. It can be really hard to try and change the whole world, but if you can focus on your community, the more you can sculpt. I guess if you want to live in a great place, you've got to make it a great place. The younger girls were paddling out and one of them was like, "Oh, you can surf when you're pregnant?" I was like, "You can do anything you want to do."
With the river to my left and a fire to my right. Well, as I reflect, I feel a warmth in my chest from the spirit of the tribe. Well, the current flows on strong, but the moment is still. As I sit upon this earth, I dig my toes into the dirt and behold how I feel. I see it in the sky, and I feel it in my bones. I hear it in the cries of the cockatoo that guides my spirit to its home.
Here we're meeting up with a group of women who froth the ocean as much as we do. Lily was happy to share a few tips along the way.
So there's about 50 in our group, and growing, we hope.
There's a lot of people becoming more involved, and I suppose if they see people doing it that are older in their age group, they feel more comfortable.
Part of the group is just knowing that someone else will be there, so we'll get posts happening. Oh, anyone in tomorrow? What time you're heading down? Just so you've got company.
And when you can't take any more, have some faith, you're an angel that heaven.
And friendships formed. There's so many in the group that I didn't know prior to this group. It's a really easy group. Great bunch of women.
Yeah, and just to have it open.
Yep.
You know, make people welcome.
Women supporting women, it's really important.
When you shattered on the ocean floor, you just wash upon the shore more beautiful.
The water stays at a reasonable constant 13, which is quite warm.
When you're in.
Yeah, you know, compared to the outside temperature.
You can tell by the way I hold you, if I could, I'd take all your hurt. Just think of all of the places you see and all the beautiful people you'll meet. And if that ain't enough to keep you up on your feet, just take a walk along the beach and maybe you'll see that when you find your...
We had a lady come over and she said, oh, I've got a few tips for you if you like. And we're like, yes, please. You can't just lie on the board and wait for the wave. Right, okay, so I've kind of worked out as the wave's about to hit me bum, go.
Shattered on the ocean floor, you just wash upon the shore more beautiful.
We have Sammy who comes for a swim with us occasionally.
We came up yesterday for a swim and swim around and popped up, and yeah, he's quite friendly.
He's popped up between us, he's looked at Trish, thought I'll go the other way, he's turned around and looked at me and we get this rah. People that don't ever go in the sea go, you're mad, you know, it's freezing. And I always go, for me, it's living.
Take the time, I was lost on a little train. Take the time as I try to remember your face. I was 1, 2, 3, 4 steps away. I was walking the night by the sound of the rain on the road.
The ocean is a place for all ages and backgrounds. We're meeting up with some of the next generation of female surfers.
Surfing makes me feel free and happy and just something that I can enjoy and relax and take me away from like everything else that's happening in the world.
My favourite thing about the ocean is that it's so free and you get to surf and it's just nature.
When like my dad would bring me out on like foamy, and I remember going out at Cozy Corner, like a local beach break, and just on a foamy with friends, and we'd just like sit on the boards pretending they were horses.
My stepdad, he's a really good surfer, and he got me my first fiberglass board. I think I was about 8, and he took me out one day at Jock, and everything just like changed. I like wasn't scared anymore, and I just wanted to be a pro surfer after that because it just looked so fun. People who inspire me the most to surf are the ones that are just always out there at Jock, and there's so many, you just see them, they're just constantly out there trying, and it makes me want to go out there.
The people that inspire me to surf are like my friends around me that surf, because it's encouraging and it motivates you to keep surfing.
I've noticed that there's a lot more girls surfing, especially younger girls.
Seeing them enjoy surfing and brings me back to like when I was younger as well.
The hardest thing about surfing Victoria is definitely the cold and just getting motivated to surf in winter.
Get your waddy on when it's freezing and yeah, have numb feet.
I reckon to help the ocean, we just need to be a bit more educated.
But I feel like we don't really have that full knowledge of what's happening to it, and I feel like if young people and everyone is just, we're just better educated about it. With like media and everything, you hear so much about climate change and like coral bleaching, animals being endangered, and it's definitely concerning because it's a place where I spend so much time and I love it, and I would hate for like something to happen to it.
There's just been so many extreme weather events with climate change, and the corals are kind of being destroyed, and the landscape, so much pollution. And for the future of surfing, I would love to see so many girls sticking with it, competitions, you know, just free surfing, going on trips and just enjoying it.
Definitely to see more girls out in the water, and especially as they get older to like stick with surfing. Like, I know it can be hard, but like it's such a good way to socialise and be outdoors and everything.
And so I want to take this forward, and so I'll find a way.
The saltwater and the freshwater are intrinsically interconnected with the dreaming of the land, sky and sea. They are our ancestral being.
These dark days, we are not children, sons and daughters.
This coast is sacred. We need to protect it. This is what we want to leave you with.
Violence and unafraid, kings and queens will soon be lost.
We ask you to nyaki, watch, wanga, listen, and meet us halfway in understanding. What the nyaki, what the wanga, come watch, come listen, and we can share hope together for the future, protecting our whale songlines, our birthing sites, challenging the people to listen to their heartbeats again. We won't let it get broke on our watch.